Hi, I'm Randall Heyman, a mathematics academic. Because of the coronavirus outbreak, I've rejigged my YouTube channel to make quick turnaround videos to help lecturers, tutors, high school and primary school teachers, parents, grandparents and students with any mathematical problems or concepts. If you'd like me to make a video, use the comment section below the video or send me an email and I'll make a video for you or your students. Okay, so this is for someone called, I'm not sure how to pronounce this, Z, who asked me about this. Just as a background, let's just share this screen here, which is Google YouTube. If you put in RSA code, this is one thing I'm proud of. Some of my videos, if you put the subject matter in, mine come up first. So certainly the YouTube search engine likes me. So here's an ad. I've suppressed the ads on all my Corona help videos, by the way, so we don't have to go through all of this. If I go to 3 minutes, yeah, he's basically asking me about this step here, where I go through all of this. So let me now go back to the whiteboard and we can, I'll just go through it in a little bit more detail than I do on the video. So we start out here with, we say that x to the power of 3000 is equivalent to 1 modulo 3000. This basically applies to basically all x. And this comes from the Euler-Totient function. I've actually got another video, Euler-Totient function made easy. So, or maybe Euler function made easy. So you can have a check that out if you want, but it's not relevant in terms of what we're doing here. We're starting with this as a given. So this works for x, any x. If you're not comfortable with this, this is modular arithmetic where we have this sort of symbol here and the modulo. I do have a video on that, modular arithmetic made easy, but if you're going to follow this, I gather you probably understand modular arithmetic. Okay, so this is a given. So what we can do in modular arithmetic, there's nothing wrong with multiplying sort of in the normal sort of way. So in other words, what I can do is I can multiply both sides by x to the 3000. That's perfectly okay. You can basically add, multiply and subtract in modular arithmetic without there being problems. Division is a different problem. Do not divide in modular arithmetic unless you know what you're doing. Okay, so on the left-hand side, I can actually use the normal exponent rule for the exponent rule that says that in this situation, we can add the exponents or add the powers. So this becomes x 6000 is equivalent to 1 mod 3000. And if you think about this, I could keep doing this. So I can repeat this and I could say x to the 9000 is equivalent to 1. So what I'm saying is x to the 3000 times t is equivalent to 1 modulo 3000. And here t certainly can be 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. Okay. Now what we can do, now what we can do is we could multiply both sides by x. So x times x to the 3000 t is equivalent to, well, actually that should be an x now, shouldn't it? So let's make that x times 1 modulo 3000. And so plus x. Once again, same idea. I can just add the powers 3000 t plus 1 is equivalent to X modulo 3000. Now, RSA code is arguably the most common form of internet security, form of encryption. And this sort of gives us part of the insight into why this works. This is saying if you start with a message, which we'll call X, you raise it to this power, any of these powers, you get back to the same message. So you start with a message, you get back to the same message. So if we can split this into two sections where we encode and then we take the encoder number and decode to get back to X, you can sort of start to see that that would form the basis for an encryption system. And that's exactly what happens with RSA code. Anyway, now what I did in the video, I actually say I'm going to use a, what did I say? Something like a poor notation or bad notation or something like that. And I said, I write X to the 1 modulo 3000 is equivalent to X mod 3000. So that's maybe where Z's confused. What I'm really saying is this X to, let's call it U is equivalent to X mod 3000, where U is equal to 3000, well actually 3000 t plus 1 for t equals 0, 1, 2. But actually a better way to put it is U is equivalent to 1 mod 3000. So this is the end line basically. X to the power U is equivalent to X mod 3000, where U is equivalent to 1 mod 3000. So I hope that's helped Z with his problems with understanding RSA code. Any comments on this or questions on any aspects of maths, leave a comment below or send me an email.